Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mars coming at you over the interwaves with another StarCraft 2 cast. As you can see, this is StarCraft 2, to be specific. As of this summer, I'm going to have to be a little bit more specific than just saying StarCraft, because StarCraft 1 or Brood War is getting an update. Anyway, if you'd like to have me cast your games as these two gentlemen, well, one of these two gentlemen at least, has decided, then, well, you can go the way that this gentleman or lady decided to do, which was to upload the replay to GG Tracker or a site like that and link that on castit.reddit.com. That is castit.reddit.com. And then, you know, members of the community, myself or other people, will get down and cast that for you. Alternatively, you can send it to me directly, and, you know, we'll get right down to it. Let's get into it though. Over here on the top right, this is left, seriously, alright, let's start. Top left, yes, on Abyssal Reef, it's Blodir and his opponent, the end boss of multiplayer at the current moment, GM in every region, unlocked all the achievements. It's IMoGsPrime. If you didn't get that, then seriously, go Google IMoGsPrime and Temp0. That's a 0 at the end there, not an O. And listen to that shit, because it's awesome. Alright. Hello, IMoGsPrime over on this side. Going for, you know, Reaper Expand. And his opponent went for hatch first and is going to get a spawning pool, which will result in some Zerglings out to greet this Reaper. Pretty much. Reaper will probably get there just a little bit earlier, but that shouldn't be too bad. So, pretty standard opening. Going instead for this little hop up over here, which Blodir should see just fine. And there are the Zerglings to receive him. Alright, gets a thing shot off, but that is okay. No serious damage done. And what did we see? Well,
complete.
Everything there is to know, but you wouldn't be, you know, expecting anything else at this point in time. Although if he had seen a layer at this point, he would know that something seriously weird was going on, I suppose. Hasn't seen what's happening here yet, and that is as it should be, but still alive for a swoop on later in. Backing this up with a 1-1-1, sort of, I suppose. 2-1-1 has fallen a little bit out of style. Every Zerg and their mother can now defend it. That does mean that people are mixing it up, and they're bringing back the early Hellion play. Now, the follow-up, as it's going to be over here with most likely roaches. Oh, was that the Reaper? That was the Reaper. Oh, but are they going to make this? Yes, do actually get the perfect position off. Does cancel that third base. Very nice timing there. Ooh, and Blodir is going to try and get a scout off of all of that. But, oh, no, we're building a medevac. Not getting any Banshees. Did I call them Reapers before? I have a tendency of calling these guys Reapers. Oh. So, no third down yet. Going to try for a different one. And this is one of the things I like about the map. You see very different expansion paths. Or there, that should... very nice, canceled that little creep tumor. But you see different expansion path. This one and this one, very common to take. But if you take this one, then, you know, these two sort of kind of get taken simultaneously. And identically, if you take this one, then that leaves for a very good point to take this one first and then this one, if you so choose. So dynamic map, I've heard it praised by a lot of people, heard it condemned by a lot of people as well, so there's a little bit of that, but let's hold that for now, as we're going to get a little bit of a Hellion drop. Should be completely unscouted by Blodir until it goes right up in that mineral line. There we go. 4, 5, and 5 things, and loses 1 Hellion for the pickup. That is well worth it. Oh, look at that. Using a range unit against melee unit as an advantage. No, that's not gonna. Yep. Alright. These 2 queens do make sure that that does get pushed away. Cool. Third CC almost done, whereas the Zerg also has that a third hatchery in this case. Creep threat being rejoined and settling in for the mid game. Still building those Hellions. That's not something you see every day. At some point this does get moved back, or it gets moved into there's that 4th base, into mines at this point. So it's interesting to see that IMoGsPrime has built 10 Hellions. That is not the usual amount. Oh, we have another drop here. And why shouldn't he? If this is what you can get... Well, yeah, okay. I did get 11 workers, so he may still be worth, but that was... Yeah, no. Did cost him a medevac and a whole bunch of Hellions. Let's see. 1 medevac, 4 Hellions, 11 drones? Yeah. I mean, at the same time, it's forced out a bunch of these. What is that blub 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 sound I'm hearing here? We are on the water, so I suppose it has something to do with that. Oh, it's larva hitting the ground after spawning. Alright, well, 3rd base in position and scouted by Blodir, who had a overseer in position there. So should know exactly what's going on. It continues to sort of drone up. Another 6 coming on out. And going to go for that Ling Baneling style. One of the styles requires lots of control. And let's see how it goes. There it goes. IMoGsPrime into the Widow Mines. You see this? Are you going to deny that creep tumor? Oh, yep. Armory was completed a little while ago, and we are going to go into a Hellbat Marine push. There's enough Banelings here to make IMoGsPrime you know, take pause and pre-split. He doesn't want to just push up into that creep with that extra speed. Of course, these Banelings do have speeds of their own, but they get that extra little bit of speed by the creep. And here we go. Little engagement there. Nope, no. Pull on back there. Alright, there goes the spree split. That's the problem. You can't tell your units to stay splitted. They bunch up like that once again. Blodir trying to get a surround there, splitting up its units up here, up there, and nope, no. IMoGsPrime. IMoGsPrime even pushing back there. Doesn't want to commit to this. There's of course that static D very much into position, but there is a little bit of a timer because as soon as these mutalisks come in, these guys are going to get picked up one by one, and there really isn't much of anything they can do against it other than move in with Marines, which will then be very much susceptible to these Banelings. Oh, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go for a going for a little poke here, and there's nothing there to defend. So I like that of Blodir very much. And IMoGsPrime is like, alright, I forced units out, right? I totally did that. So yeah, I'm good. I did my damage. And you can mad instead. Going to even that worker loss supply just a little bit. 11 versus 8 now. You don't Marines. Yes. Alright, now, where did that drop go? There was a double drop. Oh dear. That could probably have done a little bit sneakier. Now we have enough on both sides of that No, he did not split that off quite as nicely as he perhaps should have. Does get a whole bunch of work done. Does lose a little bit of workers, but... or Marines even. And here is why everybody hates a Terran. He said completely without bias. Moves in once again. Because this. God damn it. Alright. Pushing, getting ready to push in over here as well. Just trying to make sure that his opponent is distracted by what's happening over here. And here we go. Another bunch of Hellbats. There goes those Hellbat. Once again, Hellbats very, very strong against Zerglings. But are they good against Banelings? No, sir, they are not. Still, 101 army supply to 56 at the back of this. So somewhere here-ish. Oh, yep, that's an army. IMoGsPrime is ready to push the next wave. It's got its fourth base ready to put into position. And Blodir is just going to have to deal with it. 18 workers lost now versus the 8. But still 72 workers for Blodir. His economy is such that he should be able to replenish that army supply. But is he low on larvae? He is a little bit low on larvae. He might not have been injecting as well as he perhaps should have. Maybe investing into a macro hatch here or there might not have been the worst position, worst thing to do. Zergling, Baneling, Mutalisk Force, very larva intensive style. And yeah, Blodir is building up that army, is getting ready to receive this. And if he gets those, if these Widow Mines get the connections they want, that's going to be very bad. Oh, let's not go in there. And oh, that was a very much worth it Baneling connection or Baneling Widow Mine connection right there. Going to lay siege to this base, and that should go down. And Mule is flying over Thin Marines and Widow Mines. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. How much did we lose there? We have lost 9 Mules. Unless you want to keep those alive. Here we are. Please pre-splitting our Marines, and we have Blodir just rallying into that. Right, here we go. But here is the problem with that creep being pushed back. Does get some very nice Baneling connections, but there's enough of the Terran left standing to make this actually a dangerous thing. 129 army supply to 45 Banelings will make sure that IMoGsPrime has to stay oh dear, has to stay very careful, because otherwise this happens. But at the end of this, IMoGsPrime is going to push back. He's got a fourth base up. It is a planetary fortress for extra security. He's got 115 army supply, which is moving over here. Doesn't have a single marauder. No marauders, which against... well, he used Hellbats before, but you know, against Banelings, that's you know, useful. IMoGsPrime, I wouldn't, of course, dare to presume to know better than him, creator of the universe. No, wait, that's Nesty. The ultimate opponent. Wait, no, I already did that. I already made that joke. I don't remember enough of the song to make another comparison. Shit. Alright, well, cool. Here we go. Banelings rolling on in there, but the Widow Mines are in position, and there is enough Marines left right now to Shrek any amount of Zerglings that are going to go in there. Those Banelings are the only thing that are keeping him alive, and he's got 3 of them. 3 is not going to be enough. This base is totally going to go down. Blodir pulling on back there. Nope, pushing on in there. Gets very nice connections. Oh, no, actually, most of those did get picked up. I believe he did get connections. They were just not very nice. And now we have IMoGsPrime in front of your natural, getting ready to split this up. Instead, no, don't go up here. Cancel this base. Blodir building this one right here as well. We're going to lose a queen. Has to cancel this base. You are going to cancel this base, right? Because otherwise it's going to be bad news. I mean, you've got enough money. That's fine. But and here we go. Marines. Oh, those are some widow mines receiving those mulas, and these banelings are not going to be. Those banelings are never going to be. These are the last hope of Blodir. But there's just two of them do finish. Do get a nice connection. But GG. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.